Meanwhile, other provincial business is ongoing as this continues to roll out. Ontario's public elementary school teachers set to begin rotating strikes on Monday. This as the high school students will hold another, teachers rather, will hold another walkout on Tuesday. So what did Ford, or did he say anything about the ongoing dispute?
He was asked about that when he did take some questions from reporters, and he talked about how he is frustrated, or that he's been talking to parents who say that they're frustrated with the ongoing labor unrest in the education sector. He blamed the unions for this, John, saying they are holding parents hostage. He praised his education minister, Stephen Lecce, saying he's doing a good job of handling this file, that he's confident in his minister, but he also said he's confident that a deal will be reached with the various unions. Let's listen to what else the Premier said about this issue.
We want to negotiate a fair deal that will keep the students in the class, not hurt the students by walking out, not hurting parents by walking out, not hurting the economy. Probably cost hundreds of millions of dollars talking to business owners when their employees don't show up because the teachers would rather go on strike for a day. We're confident that we're going to get a deal.
And he said what we've heard from the education minister as well, that the government has made concessions in their view, and it's now up to the union to budge on some of the sticking points in order to get back to the negotiating table and to reach a deal. He was also asked if the government would be willing to legislate teachers back to work if they do escalate to a full-blown ongoing strike throughout the province. The Premier not directly answering that, just saying that he's hopeful deals will be reached before the legislature reconvenes. They're still on their winter break. They're not sitting right now, but they are due to come back in February. But again, the Premier saying he thinks teachers do a great job in this province, but that he thinks they are fairly compensated. Salaries is one of the issues that's on the table, not the only one. Class size, mandated e-learning are some of the other issues that the two sides are still quite far apart on, John.
Thanks for this, Megan. CBC's Megan Fitzpatrick, live in Toronto.
Premier, on another subject, the education system is in a bit of turmoil right now. The post-secondary, or not post-secondary, the secondary schools and our elementary school teachers are poised for job action. Are you hopeful that a province-wide strike can be averted? And is there anything your government can do to maybe change the tone and avoid one?
Well, Rob, we're doing everything we can. We want to negotiate a fair deal that will keep the students in the class, not hurt the students by walking out, not hurting parents by walking out, not hurting the economy. Probably cost hundreds of millions of dollars talking to business owners when their employees don't show up because the teachers would rather go on strike for a day. We're confident that we're going to get a deal. We got a deal with 3 other unions, and we sit back, Robin, and ask ourselves if it's good enough for QP and the other unions and all the other OPS staff that work in the province. Why isn't it good enough for the head of the unions? And I always differentiate between the teachers and their union heads. I support the hardworking men and women that teach our children every single day. I think they don't have good leadership, the head of the unions. They just they want to argue no matter what premier, no matter what government is in power, and they have to understand because of the last 15 years of mismanagement, scandal, and waste, we're in this position. But hopefully they're going to take the 1% deal. We've come out with concessions. I want to thank Minister Lecce for doing an incredible job, absolutely incredible, and just going out and about and talking to parents. They're frustrated. They're frustrated that the teachers can't stay in the classroom and negotiate at the same time. So we're confident we'll get a deal and things will be back to normal, hopefully sooner than later. Okay.
You mentioned the issue of the way the negotiations are at the 1%, notwithstanding the fact that the cap is still in place and there's a legal challenge on it. But given the fact that you now have all the unions going to higher strike action on next week, that's already been planned for. The $750 million offer that Minister Lecce has talked about, yes or no, is there any go higher? Just
No.
So that's a
No, we're, you know something, we can't have rules for the heads of the unions that represent the teachers and rules for everyone else in the province. And again, we're going to do everything we can to make sure the students have a safe environment to go to school. The parents don't have the pressure, the uncertainty. And one parent I saw yesterday said, you know, the teachers are holding us hostage. And that's, let me repeat that, the unions, head of the unions are holding the parents hostage, not the teachers.
This has been going on since last year. For the average Ontarian who's watching this, who may have a child in the public education system or may not,
Yeah.
what do you say to them about this rising cost of these negotiations when it comes to legal bills, when it comes to everything else? And are you also, well, the second part of this, are you willing to legislate teachers back to work if a full-on strike happens?
Well, we're going back to the legislature, I believe it's February 18th, and we plan on going back there, and hopefully we can get a deal done by then. And I believe in treating our teachers fairly. I think they've been treated very fairly, not only now, but over the years. They're being compensated fairly. They do a great job. They work hard, but they're the second highest paid teachers in the country. And I'm fine with that, but stay in the classroom. And so that's what we want to focus on, making sure that the kids are in the classroom.